fighting rages on. Ukraine says the next round of talks with Russia will be held tomorrow. Let's get the latest on the ground this morning in Ukraine. ABC's Matt Gutman joins us once again from Lviv. Matt, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Whit. You mentioned those possible talks. They come as Ukrainian authorities are saying that Russia has already broken 2 humanitarian ceasefires in that key city of Mariupol. The latest one just this morning. It was an opportunity to try to get civilians out. That as Vladimir Putin is basically threatening the very existence of the Ukrainian state, saying he could continue to target civilian infrastructure, roads, power, water, internet. And U.S. officials are saying that these kinds of attacks are only going to increase.
This morning, those pleas for help from the key port city of Mariupol, the scene of a ferocious Russian onslaught, and for the second consecutive day, an attempt at a ceasefire just 2 hours long to allow civilians to flee. The toll of war in that city, unimaginable. Little Kirill, just 18 months old, hit by shrapnel, his mother's boyfriend carrying him into the hospital. They try to save him, but can't. His mother, Marina, collapsing into her boyfriend's arms and sobbing, why? And near Kiev, this image, hundreds waiting under a destroyed bridge for their moment to scamper to safety. Critical infrastructure in Ukraine increasingly targeted. And this morning, new video from Irpin near Kyiv. As civilians try to flee, at the top of the screen, you can see what appears to be a rocket-propelled grenade fired. It explodes. That man is wounded, and you can even hear the howling of the dog in the distance. Vladimir Putin threatening to strip Ukraine of its statehood, calling sanctions similar to a declaration of war. U.S. Secretary of State Blinken meeting with his Ukrainian counterpart on the border with Poland to discuss continuing support for the besieged nation. And Ukraine's President Zelensky continuing to seek help from the U.S., speaking to 300 members of Congress and Hill staff in an hour-long video call Saturday, pleading for more lethal and military aid and assistance to establish a no-fly zone over his country. Overnight, Zelensky in a new video exhorting civilians in his country to go on the offensive, to fight in any way they can, underscoring the Russian attacks on residential buildings, schools, and kindergartens. And day after day, the Lviv train station, the first stop to safety for the traumatized fleeing this war. This little boy crying out, "Mama, Mama." The tunnels beneath the station so packed, those refugees could only shuffle forward. They're being evacuated in tour buses, city buses, vans. This elderly woman beckoned me over.
So what's a no-fly zone over Ukraine?
It was too much for her, but her grandson, Valentin, had to stay and wanted to talk to us.
And could you go back to your house to try to get what you need?
My house is now destroyed. We don't have anything, and we must start a new life.
Now, it appears, Whit, that Russian forces are bogged down in and outside of Kyiv. That is just a short time ago, President Zelensky announcing that Russian forces are preparing to besiege the biggest port city in Ukraine, that is Odessa. If that happens, it would mean that almost every major city in the eastern half of this country has been occupied or encircled by Russian forces. Whit.
Yeah, major questions about how long the Ukrainians could hold the Russians back. Matt Gutman for us. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.